anti-Christian sentiment has to do with the radical right and the fundagelicals.
Yeah. I mean, there is some cases I can reason with the atheist community, like the LGBT issues. Like to an extent, to a reasonable extent, I can do it because we do have like the NIFB, where they believe that the gays should be persecuted under the law and killed.
Yeah.
Um, so, and that, in case you don't know, that's Southern Baptist.
New
Um,
Independence Fundamentalist Baptist Church, yeah.
yeah, where they basically believe that God wants them to enact basically Old Testament law and make it illegal for you to be gay, and if you're caught, they kill you.
You mean like Scary Gary?
Pretty much. I mean, I believe the guy that people know that best with is Matt Powell. What I always find funny is like, well, I always use this joke on them because they're always because the same people that say how bad it is for a bunch of innocent gays to be murdered. Like, I agree with them that it is bad to suggest that, but I also like to pull it on them, because these are the same people that make the argument for abortion on the grounds of overpopulation. I'm like, well, I mean, you can just say that all the NIFB really wants to do is help with the overpopulation problem.
Well, there's another problem. Look at the gay bar shooter who was a Muslim in Florida. I mean, the real tragedy would be if we blamed Islam. Can you imagine if the shooter had been Christian?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there have been a few shootings by atheists who were inspired by Dawkins' rhetoric, but they like to forget that never happened.
Yeah, there was a guy in Finland, 2009. I forget his name. But, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's really, I question their motives. Because when there was the whole, scare with the rise of the theocrats, which is just laughable during the Bush administration, A, that was never going to happen. But B, even Gary North, probably the furthest right you could get, his ability, Islam is for all the reasons they dislike fundamentalist Christians like Gary North. Islam is 10 times worse, and yet they bend over backwards to defend, ISIS.
Well, some do. Others.
The new atheists don't. That's true. They don't.
Yeah, I mean, like I just say, you could just say ISIS is trying to help with the overpopulation issue.
or Hitler.
Hitler did his best to, Hitler was actually, I can joke with this. I can say Hitler was a vegan, well, be a vegetarian technically. He was a vegetarian who just really cared a lot about, the